All right, let me start with Shalom, brother.
Shalom, shalom.
How you doing? Are you from a church?
No, sir, I've never been to a church before in my life.
Really?
That's not exactly true. I stopped going when I was 9 years old.
Okay, I'm about to say, man, most black people are okay. Are you from a camp?
No, sir, I don't believe in camps.
Okay, well, we agreed there. Um, yes, I'm not gonna take much of your time. You're busy, I'm
I'm not
busy.
telling you want to, so I ain't got nothing better to do. I love talking about the scriptures.
Okay. What version of the Bible do you prefer?
I don't have a particular one. I normally go to the King James version. That's only because that's the one I've been used to. So only up until 6 years ago, you gotta understand something. Up until 6 years ago, I didn't believe in any of this stuff. I didn't believe in the Bible.
Oh,
I was a complete atheist.
wow.
And then 6 years ago, when I was surfing on the internet, I ran across this young man. He asked me, "Do I know who I am? Do I know what God I believed in before the slavers came over and took us
Yeah.
from Africa?"
Okay.
And that sparked the interest in me because I didn't know what religion we followed.
Right.
So I said, I was looking at his video. Then a lot of stuff that he was saying started making sense to me.
Do you know his name?
Huh?
Do you know his name?
Uh, I'm sorry. He wore glasses. Bald headed brother wore glasses.
No, I'm not, no, I don't know. Glasses, bald head. No.
Uh, he took me through the whole thing, and I was hooked on it ever since. Because there was so many things. The reason why I left it because so many things that didn't make sense to me. You know, and it all started to break down once I realized there was no such thing as Santa Claus or the Easter Bunny.
All right. Well, hopefully I can be a vessel to you like he was to you. Because what's interesting is that you had a different belief, right? When you spoke
Right.
to him and you was able to fact check it, and then you say, you know what, this sounds about right. So hopefully our conversations go the same way because I think I'm going to read something that you have a different belief on, same like the other brother, and hopefully when I'm done, I can leave the same impression where you're like, you know what, that makes sense to me. I don't mind adjusting my belief system once again because if you do agree, you know that just shows growth, which you already displayed, right? You already had one faith, and which was no faith. That's still a faith because you're against faith, and then to take on a faith that was as growth. And what I tell people that's always been in one faith, I'm like, you really don't have faith.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have faith. Like faith is leaving something for something better. Like Abraham left his comfort zone for something better. Okay, so that's
Let,
faith.
let me interject real quick. The other thing you're gonna have a hard time convincing me of is
Yeah.
one, the validity of the 12 tribe chart, and or
Okay.
two, Esau was white.
Hey,
That,
look, bro. I used to believe that until I started reading for myself, and then the Esau White thing just it didn't make any sense. 0 cents, bro. 0 cents.
right.
And the chart, I never looked into, but it, I met guys who don't follow it, so I still, was able to have a discussion with them, because
Right.
all I say is when people ask me my nationality, I know that they probably follow the chart, so I just say Judah, right? And if you
You
don't
think what
follow,
else? I'm sorry
huh?
to interrupt you. I'm sorry to interrupt you. But see, this is what irritates me about that chart. Throughout history, everybody know. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say everybody know because that's presumptuous. But it is a generally accepted that when a black man impregnates a black woman, black children are resulted. That is a commonly accepted idiom. But all of a sudden, when it comes to the tribe chart or Esau and Jacob, they forget that basic principle.
Right.
A black man and a black woman is going to produce a genetically black child, not an Indian child, not a Mexican child, not a Puerto Rican child,
Right.
not a white child, but a black child. But for some reason, they don't apply in this case. That's something I never could understand.
Right. Yeah, I agree with that. All right. So, okay. So let me first ask you this before I read verses that you don't have the same understanding. Do you believe Mary is from the tribe of Judah?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay, so we can start here then. So can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
All right, so I'm at Luke. I'm gonna go to chapter 3, and here is going to read the genealogy, right?
All right.
I'm not focused on the names at all. I'll just read it for the sake of just edification. It says Jesus himself began to be about the third. Jesus himself began to be about 30 years of age, being as was supposed the son of Joseph, which was the son of Eli. And you're going to read the son of the son of the son of all the way down, right?
Right. That's a
So,
genealogy thing, yeah.
right. So whose genealogy, according to your study, do you think this is?
Coming from the seed of David, the line of David.
Right, but it's leading to who? It's coming like because it's going to who? Like Matthew's go to Joseph, it leads to Joseph. This one leads to who?
As far as the Mary genealogy, or
Yeah. Do you believe this Mary's genealogy?
I know she goes back to I don't know if she had an uncle or a father who was in the tribe.
Yes, so that's what some people say. So some people say this Heli guy will be Mary's father, and the reason why Joseph is here because he's the he's the son-in-law.
Right.
Right. So Heli is, the woman wouldn't be listed here, just the men. So it couldn't list Mary. So it just connected Joseph here and then added Jesus later, right?
Right.
So that's what some people say, right? It says Joseph, even though it's not his lineage, but he's taking the place of Mary. So he's like basically being adopted in for a purpose.
And Lot was the same way with Isaac.
Explain.
Because after Isaac's brother died, trying to escape from after King Nimrod killed Isaac's brother, he took on Lot. And Lot received some promises that Most High actually gave to Isaac. He gave some off to Lot. Lot became a very wealthy person because of his attachment to Isaac.
Wait, what chapter is that?
Let me look that up real quick.
That sounds interesting. Sounds like something I want to write down.
Oh shit! How do you get out of this? How do you get out of full screen?
No, this ain't Abe. Oh, just press escape. Press escape.
Okay, there it is.
Yeah.
Dang. Okay. Let's see. Isaac.
And this ain't Lot with Abraham, right? This is.
Yeah, Lot with. Yeah, I said Isaac, didn't I?
Yeah.
I'm in Abraham.
Okay.
Yeah, I got the names messed up.
All right, so all right, so let me know. It's gonna be somewhere in the teens, like 17, 15.
Give me it's gonna be Isaac brought her to the tent. No, I'm reading it right now.
I might can help you.
Because right after Abraham's brother was killed by Nimrod.
Okay.
That's when
let me see.
no, it was Isaac.
Really? Okay. Yeah, because because let's see. Yeah, because okay. So Isaac is Abraham's son. Okay.
Right. Isaac's Abraham's son.
Right.
And Isaac. No, I got it messed up again because you're right. It was Abraham. No, wait a minute. Oh, I'm all messed up.
Yeah, because Lot would be Isaac's uncle.
Right, because Abraham's the one that destroyed his father's statue, and his father turned him over to Nimrod, and Nimrod got pissed off because his father was supposed to have killed Abraham at birth, but that didn't happen.
Right.
So Nimrod is pissed off, and as a result, some words were exchanged, and Abraham's brother was killed.
Okay.
And as a result of that, Abraham took Lot, and the Most High made some gave Lot some blessings, and Lot became one of the richest people that ever lived next to Abraham. They were so rich, in fact, that they couldn't share the same the land plot. They had to separate.
Yeah, you know, I remember reading that. Yeah, they had to separate because at one point they were beefing.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. You know what? I'm gonna look at that later because that got my interest. Yeah, so I'm gonna look at that. I'm gonna look at that later, right? Oh my God, this dude. Oh, here we go. Okay, so I'm going to. All right. So I'm gonna look at this later, right? I'm gonna hold that. So let me just bring you to where I wanted to bring you to. All right. So Matthew's chapter 1. Right. So Matthew's chapter 1, verse 1, it says the book of the generation of Jesus Christ. So we're dealing with the genealogy of Jesus. Right. Okay. And then it lists this, he's the son of David and he's the son of Abraham. Now we know that this is not a literal son, right? Because he doesn't have two biological fathers.
Right. Just like Most High when he said that he is, like when he said that he and the father, me and the father are one and the same.
Right. Exactly. So in other words, you could be called the son of David, the son of Abraham, or the son of somebody, but that don't mean you're the actual literal son of him. Because even Joseph is called the son of David, and we know he's not the literal son of David. So somebody who don't know the Bible can start at Matthew's, and they will literally believe Jesus had two fathers.
That's why reason why I believe the bloodline is so important to the Most High.
Yeah, I agree that the bloodline is very important, and the bloodline is the reason why I come to my conclusion.
Right. Okay.
And I'm going to show you something real quick before I Okay, here we go. So I'm going to show you something before I go into what I want to show you. All right, so I'll bring you the Kings, right? Like just to prove that you could be called a son of somebody and that's not really your father. So
I understand that. I agree with you on that.
Right. But I just want to show you an example of it.
All right.
Because the same way you brought out something that I'm sure I read before, I just didn't remember it by a lot. I want to show you this. First Kings. So this is First Kings chapter 19. Now check this out. This is First Kings chapter 19, verse 16. It says, and Jehu, the son of Nimshi. Okay? Jehu, the son of Nimshi. All right. Let's see if that's so. If somebody's reading First Kings and they never read Second Kings, then they're going to believe that Jehu is the son of Nimshi. Okay. But when you continue reading, right? When you continue reading, you're going to see what was really going on. Okay. So now we have, when thou comest thither, look out there, Jehu, the son of Jehoshaphat. And Jehoshaphat is the son of Nimshi.
You see, that's why people, I'm not saying this is a contradiction, but this is why people say it's a contradiction. Because they don't, like you said, they don't read the whole,
Exactly. And they would show this like a contradiction because they don't understand just because you're called the son of somebody doesn't mean you're the actual son of them. So in this case, when it says Jehu, the son of Nimshi, and it was talking about grandfather relationship here. Right, because his father Jehoshaphat. So according
to the Most High, we are the sons of Adam.
Right. Yeah. You know what? Let me write that down. I forgot about that. Hold on. I'm definitely going to use that the next time I talk. Okay. So that was just a case in point, right? And of course, as you can imagine, there's many, many, many more. All right. So But there's no confusion when you go to Matthew's, back to Matthew's. Because after we established that this just means that Christ is the great, 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 great grandson of David and great, 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 great times 20 of Abraham.
Yeah.
Okay. So now verse 2 is now going to show you father and son. No more grandfather, no more confusion, because the word begot is there. So you can say you're
Yes,
the
sir.
son of somebody, you're the daughter of somebody. That don't mean nothing because we're the daughter of of Israel. Like you read that, daughter of Jerusalem. Okay, so you
Yeah.
can't be daughter of a city. Okay, so that could mean something else. But when it says begot, we're talking about bloodline here,
Yes, sir. Direct bloodline.
right? Which is more important. So we have Abraham is I'm sorry, Abraham begot Isaac. So Isaac is a
Right.
direct bloodline of Abraham. No confusion, no argument. And Isaac
Exactly.
got Jacob. Jacob's a direct bloodline of Isaac because the word begot showed direct bloodline. And Jacob begot showed a bloodline connection between Judas and his brethren. So when you go to verse 16, you'll see something interesting here. You'll see Jacob begot Joseph, which shows a direct bloodline.
Right.
And then you'll read Joseph is the husband of Mary, which shows you a direct marital relationship. And then you'll read Mary, of whom was born Jesus, again, a direct bloodline between mother and son. That's
Right.
and then we'll read Jesus is called the Christ. But what's interesting is that we don't read a direct bloodline between Joseph and Jesus.
I understand that, but see, thing on is there's this one passage that I gave. I don't know if that was your cousin, if she was your cousin I was talking to.
Yeah.
It said that the most, I don't remember off the top of my head. I go back to it, but it said that the Messiah was born under the law.
Oh, okay. So you're talking about this. I got you. Yeah, I'm familiar with these verses. All right. So watch this. And then I want to get your explanation, then I'll give you mine.
Right.
Okay, so you're talking about Galatians 4:4.
Right.
Okay, here you go. So Galatians chapter 4, verse 4. It says, but and then I'll read it, you could give your understanding. It says, but when the fullness of time was come, God sent forth his son. So this is God's son, not Joseph, made of a woman, not made of a man, made under the law. Okay, I want your explanation on that.
What I mean by made under the law is that everything, the Most High is a stickler for order.
Right.
Everything is. I don't know how to put it. Everything that's not. It's like everything that's against the law, like homosexuality. The reason homosexuality against the law, for one, it doesn't do what the Most High intended to do, was to reproduce. That goes against the law.
Right, I got you.
And to just have immaculate conception, like you for which I'm gonna bring up another scripture if you don't mind.
Yeah.
That kind of support what I'm saying, but the immaculate conception thing, as you suggest, will go against the laws that the Most High has already set for us to follow. And the reason why he came here in the flesh to begin with, the reason why the word became flesh, for him to be that shining example for us to follow. So when he came here in the flesh, on the law, he was subjected to all the pains, all the temptations, all the other ilks that we are subjected to being trapped in this flesh. That's why he came under the law.
Right. Okay, so I'm gonna give you mine in a second. Watch this. Let me type it in.
Also, if I could, there's one more thing. I don't know if you're familiar with the book of Adam and Eve.
No, outside the Bible, no.
Well, the book of Adam and Eve actually states the Most High promised to Adam that since, because Adam committed self-sacrifice of his own life for the Most High for the sins he committed, and the Most High accepted his sacrifice, brought him back to life, and promised him in the words that since you shed your blood for me, I will shed my blood for you. Since you died for me, I will die for you when I come to the earth through your lineage.
Okay.
which is through his seed.
All right, yeah. We'll talk about the seed thing in a second. Okay, so let me just explain what it actually means when it says this. So there's a couple key things we got to read. For one, it's talking about God, and it's talking about a father and son relationship, which we don't see in Matthew's, right? We don't see a Joseph and Jesus father begot son thing, but we see it here. We see God sent forth his son. So we see a father-son relationship. And then this son was made of a woman. Okay, so we also see a mom-son relationship. Okay, so the son is not made from a man, right? Now, when you have Abraham begot Isaac, Isaac is made from a man. The man is Abraham. Okay, we read here, he's made from a woman. So this ignores the man part totally. Okay, so
let me ask you one quick question then, if you don't mind. I'd be damned if I didn't get it. What the hell was I going to ask? Oh yeah, going right back to the son, the whole son thing was talking about. Just because you said something don't mean. Now you got to remember too. The Most High said that Israel was his firstborn son.
Right. The whole. I got you, but he never said individually somebody was his begotten son.
I understand that, but see, we going to see by him saying he don't have to say begotten because it's going to be his son. Well, he's the one. Despite what vessel he might have came through, he chose that flesh to hold his Holy Spirit.
Of course. Now listen to the words. Okay, so in Matthew's, we just established the word begot shows a bloodline connection.
Right.
When it says only begotten son, that word begot is in begotten. So we're seeing a connection, in your words, bloodline connection between Jesus and the Father, because he's his only begot son.
But when you look at it, there's a bloodline between you and the Father.
Yeah, but he doesn't call us his. Okay, so now he'll say that we his son, but with Jesus, now watch this. The language is tricky in the Bible.
I understand that. Believe me, I've only been learning for a short time, but
yeah. Okay, so check this out. So when it says only begotten, okay, that means you're by yourself.
Yeah, and I agree with that. I agree with what you said for the definition. However, I have to say this is one of those cases that it's going to be a mistranslation, because if the Most High said that we his begotten sons, then he said that the Messiah is his only begotten. There's not a continuity in there.
All right, so let me just go explain the law part, right? So I'm going to actually read you the law. So when it says he was made under the law, that literally means he was birthed under the law. So let me show you, because made is how he was put together, right? He was birthed. So I'm going to Luke.
Flesh.
Right, I'm going to Luke. I'm going to show you the law that it was referring to. Okay, so this is Luke chapter 2, verse 21. So this is the literally made under the law part. And when 8 days were accomplished for the circumcising of the child, so he was made under the law of circumcision, right? His name was called Jesus. So this is exactly how he's made under the law. So which was named of the angel before he was conceived in the womb. And when the days of her purification, so she also was adhering to the law. So this is actually just quoting Leviticus chapter 12. It says, right, now listen, it's going to tell you what law, by the way. It says, and when the days of her purification, according to the law of Moses. So this ain't just some random law we just could pick out the sky. It's the law of Moses, and the law of Moses is written. And it's written in Leviticus chapter 12, were accomplished. And then it says they brought him to Jerusalem to present him to the Lord. Now watch this. It says, as it was written in the law of the Lord. So this is a written law. This is nothing we need to, assume or guesstimate. This is a written law.
Now,
let me just finish reading this and you could go. Right. So I'm just establishing this is something we can read. This is not something we just could, pull out thin air. It says, every male that openeth the womb shall be called holy to the Lord. Last verse. 24. And to offer a sacrifice. This is the law he was made. He was made under the sacrificial offering law. So this, again, this goes back to the Mosaic law. And to offer a sacrifice according to that which is said in the law of the Lord. A pair of turtle doves or 2 young pigeons. So we don't have to like assume or guess what law he was made under. We actually just read it in Luke chapter 2.
Okay, I'm not debating it. I just have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is there a distinction between the law of Moses and the law of the Lord?
That's the same thing. It's interchangeable. It's just saying, remember, the 10 Commandments is considered, even though Moses wrote it, but it's literally called the finger of God.
Right.
Right. So it's interchangeable. It's God's law that Moses wrote down, and Israelites call it the Mosaic law, Moses' law. But of course, God wouldn't call it that. He'll call it my law. So, right. So, but it's interchangeable nevertheless.
Yeah, I'm not debating it because in the Most High, all things is possible. That I come to accept.
Right.
So, I'm not going to debate that because that's one thing I can't prove.
Right. Well, but no, you actually did, because when you read Galatians 4:4, when it said he was made, that means him coming to earth. Right. So, and it's saying he was made under the law, and we literally read what law that was.
Yes, I agree with that. I agree with that.
Okay. So
that's why I'm not going to argue that, because I can't prove my point now.
Right. Yeah, of course. No issues. So now, but going back to Matthew 1:16, because we both agreed on something. We both agreed on a bloodline connection.
Right.
So Jesus is the only male listed here that does not show a bloodline begot relationship with another man.
I see what you're saying.
And now keep in mind, this is the most important part in the entire Bible to show a bloodline connection. Because have you ever read Ezra? Watch this. I'm going to show you why it's important that you have to show your bloodline. Because Ezra, the book of Ezra, man, you get really mistreated. Okay, so this is Ezra chapter, as you can see, it's Ezra. This is Ezra chapter 2, right? Now I'm going to go all the way to verse 60. And look what happened when somebody can't show their bloodline. So now verse 62. Matter of fact, let me tell you who is it. Okay, 61 says, and of the children of the priests. Okay, we're talking about Levites here. The children of Habiah, the children of Kaz, the children of Barzillai, which took a wife of the daughters of Barzillai, the Gileadite, and was called after their name. Now it says, these sought their register among those that were reckoned by genealogy, but they were not found. Therefore, were they as polluted and put from the priesthood. So it's important to find yourself connect to your father in your own genealogy. So all these people.
Okay, I don't mean to contradict. I'm not contradicting at all. What I'm saying is
you see, but look at 59 real fast. It says, but they cannot show their father's house. I'm trying to give you the context. So these people were trying to show their father's house and their genealogy, and they couldn't. So as a result,
I understand that, but could that particular because you understand there are laws for particular tribes. It's like the Levites got their own set of laws that they must follow. As far as like touching dead bodies or not marrying a virgin. I mean, what? They have to marry a virgin. They can't marry a woman who's not a virgin. They can't touch a dead body. They got their laws. That's one. This is one of those laws that applies to Levites.
No. Hey, brother, a genealogy. No. So what happened was that these guys were coming back from Babylon.
Right. I understand that. I'm not arguing the genealogy.
Right. So this isn't a law. Because I can show you at the beginning of it. This has nothing to do with Levites by themselves. This is an Israel law that you have to be able. I can show you in Numbers 1:18 as well. This is a Hebrew Israelite law that you must be able to show your father's house.
Yeah, see what I'm getting there is said put from the priesthood.
Right, because they were Levites.
Right, so that's what I'm saying. Maybe this particular law only applies. You got to be full
blood. No. It's saying that because Levites are able to be priests. Just like Judites, if the right Judite can be like they're in the line of kingship. So if you can't show your pedigree in the line of Judah, you'll be put from the kinghood.
Okay, let me ask you one question.
Yeah.
As far how you, actually I got two questions, but this one this was the most pressing because it goes in line of what we're discussing right now as far as lineage. How do you feel about someone who was fathered by an Israelite, but their mother was of a different nation?
Yeah. So you just said it. If you were fathered by that person, then you are an Israelite.
But the Bible said such a person would not be welcome to the congregation, not to the 10th generation.
Who? No. Moses took on a Midianite wife, and her father was a priest. Moses
I
was not.
understand that. I understand
Right.
that. Understand. Now, there are certain tribes the Most High will accept. He got those tribes listed. I'm talking about today's.
So those verses, brother, trust me, I've read those verses before. So, right. but a Canaanite woman, you're not supposed to take one, and neither right. is okay. Like I said, I know those verses, but guess what? Judah took on a Canaanite woman, and
but he didn't marry her though.
No, he did. He married her, and she died, and this is why he slept with Tamar, because the Bible listed her. See, brother, you got to catch up on your reading. The Bible listed her as his wife. She actually died, and that's why he slept with Tamar. He was lonely. So when Tamar played the harlot, he slept with her.
So see, the thing what is, now there's a scripture saying that when I forgot which one it was, but when this one Israelite brought I think it was a Canaanite woman into a congregation, both of them was ran through with a spear.
Yeah, I'm not sure what you got to read it.
I'm gonna find it.
So I get the full context because as I just established that Canaanites and there were other Israelites that were commanded. I mean, not Israelites, other heathens that Israelites was commanded. Women can't marry the men, and the man can't marry the women. But that was flat out like you said. But those relationships happen anyway.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I said the Most High will not allow the offspring into that congregation because he considered that offspring an abomination.
Okay, what does that guy do what we're talking about?
That's what we was talking about genealogy at first, right?
Right. Okay. Right. Okay.
We're talking about bloodline.
Right. I got you. So what that got to do with Jesus?
See, no. We moved away from that.
Oh, okay. So explain. Okay. So let's assume you're right. Let's assume that an Israelite took on a forbidden woman,
right,
and an offspring, and the offspring was rejected. So what? Okay.
Well, because that's the whole thing I'm getting. Because there seems to be a lot of the camps that promoting marriage with women that's outside their tribes, and they have an offspring by women outside their tribes.
No, but you're not, brother. You're not making much sense. Okay. Tell me what you mean, and then I can, I really don't know where you're going. Like it's like you just randomly.
All right, hold on a second. I'll show you in a second.
Yeah, it's like you randomly said that for no reason.
All right.
We're talking about genealogy, right?
Right, we're talking about genealogy.
Yeah. So if you're
we already moved from the genealogy of the Messiah.
Yeah.
And we went on to a different genealogy.
Right. Wait. I was showing you the Father's house, right? So right. So these people were,
and that was started the conversation. The Father's house.
Okay, so brother, what you missed were these people were already priests. So that means they were already welcomed in the priesthood and as Levites. They were already. You hear me? So they were already that.
Okay. I actually agree with that.
Okay.
But that's not what I was talking about.
Right. So let me establish because I read it. So let me just say this, and you let me know the problem because it's like you're just saying something, but you're not really addressing anything I said. Okay. So I showed you 2nd Ezra from 59 to 60. It's showing you Levites who are already Levites. They were already in a congregation.
I understand that. I agree with everything you just said there. That's why I moved away.
What is the problem you're having there? So what's the problem?
I brought up a totally different topic because
why?
Okay, forget about the Levite. Forget about the Levite because the general said when you said that you are of your father's house, that means that whoever woman that father sleeps with That offspring is an
No,
Israelite.
no. Okay, I see where you're messing up at. We're talking about Israelites. People
That's what
are
I'm saying.
hold up.
That's what I'm saying. Israelite father is
No,
an
no.
Israelite male.
Okay,
Sleeps with a
so
woman
okay. Wait,
outside his tribe.
no. Listen what I'm saying, bro. You're talking about something ridiculous. I'm saying the Israelite himself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that means I am an Israelite.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta show my father's house. So if there's an offspring who's not considered an Israelite, this does not apply to them. We're
Okay,
talking
so
about
what do you consider an Israelite?
we're talking about Israelites who can move within a tribe. Okay, so Israelites are due the inheritance that was promised to them.
Okay,
What's an
okay.
Israelite?
I know all the biblical stuff, but as far as
Okay,
bloodline, what do you consider an Israelite?
an Israelite is anybody the Most High chooses to be Israelite. For example, you got Isaac, you got Ishmael. Is Ishmael an Israelite?
Ishmael, no, he's an Ishmaelite.
Okay, cool. You see how they came from the same father.
No, but see, but thing with that proves that that's an point too, because Ishmael was actually sent away due to the fact that Abraham did not sleep with the woman, the Messiah, that wanted to get pregnant.
Right. So therefore, it's the Most High who chooses. Abraham, I'm sorry, uh, Isaac, Jacob, and Esau had the same father and mother.
Understand that?
Okay,
What you
so
okay?
so it
What you,
comes.
what
Wait, so to answer your question, it comes down to just mere choice of the Most High. They're both from a same nuclear family, but the
but the
Most
Most
High
High already made
chose.
that choice.
Okay, right. So you asked me how is the Israelite determined? Literally by the Most High.
No, what I'm saying is,
Okay.
if me being an Israelite male,
All
I
right,
marry a heathen woman.
wait. All right, I'll let you finish, but yeah, you got me with the rabbit hole. So after you finish, I want to bring you back to Jesus, right? Because the rabbit hole you got me. I want to.
Okay,
We're fine. Yeah, you can finish. Then let's go back to the genealogy of Jesus because that's what
okay.
called it. Go ahead.
I'm an Israelite male. I marry a heathen woman,
Irrelevant shit.
and be that as it may,
Got it.
I marry a heathen woman.
Yeah.
I have a child.
Yeah.
That child, despite my bloodline, will not be allowed in the congregation according to the scriptures. Because that
Show us that.
child,
No, wait. You know what? Show us that. Show us that
because
first. Okay, so everything I said, I showed you. Can you give me Can you give me book, chapter, and verse on that one?
Sure will. Give me 1 second.
All right. Yeah. So as you do that, go ahead and explain.
It's hard for me to talk and type the same. You gotta be patient with me.
Okay. So all I gotta do is show you one instance where Israelite man took on a heathen woman and the child was part of Israel. That's all. And then we're done with that.
The bastard.
I'm gonna just bring up Judah and Shua, the Canaanite woman, because all those boys were Israelites. And then we can move past that.
Okay. Deuteronomy 23.2.
Okay.
23 verse 2.
Wait, hold on. Let me
bastard, huh?
Let me go there with you. Deuteronomy
23 verse 2.
Oh my God. Okay. So we're here. Deuteronomy 23.
Right.
Okay, we're here.
Verse 2. A bastard shall not enter into the congregation of the Lord, even until the 10th generation shall not enter into the congregation of the Lord.
Okay, so now what's a bastard to you?
A bastard is a child that the Most High considered born outside the law.
Okay, so give me an example of what kind of kid that would be.
A kid that is born, let's say that I married me a Mexican wife and had a kid. That kid would be a bastard in the eyes of according to this law, because I did not marry within my tribe.
All right, so let's see if that's right. Let's fact check you. Okay, so we're at Deuteronomy 23. Let's go 23. All right. So we're at verse 2. Let's see what that bastard means. Okay, we're here. So the actual word is
Strong's H 4464. Mamzeh.
Okay, so let's see what this is. Okay, this is a bastard, child of incest, illegitimate child. So, brother, this is a child of incest. So, no, that's
No. That's just one of them. Illegitimate child is the primary one we got to focus
yeah.
on.
So how are okay? So, how are you going to determine which one is talking about? Because this is biblical lineage. So, how do you determine if it's A, B, or C?
If it's in there, it applies.
No, yeah, but okay. So we got
Because we know we're not dealing with incest. We know incest is fucked up. That's not even a conversation to have.
yeah, it is.
How is incest? We both know incest is wrong.
All right. So now
we both know incest is wrong, right? We both know it's fucked up. It's wrong.
Watch
so
this.
Why should we have a conversation about something we know is wrong?
So look, let's go here. Then we're gonna get back on track, right? Because let's go here. So and it came to pass at that time that Judah went down from his brethren and turned into a certain Adulamite, whose name was Hira. And Judah saw there a daughter of a certain Canaanite. So we got a daughter of a Canaanite whose name was Shua. So she's a Canaanite. And he took her and went into her. And she conceived.
What children did they have?
Okay, we're going to read it. And she conceived and bare a son and called his name And she conceived again and bare a son and called his name Onan. And yet again conceived and bare a son and called his name Shelah. And he was.
And did the Bible list them as Israelites?
Yeah.
I'd like to read that for myself. Which
okay, I got you. So let's go down. Because the law applied to them. That's why you got to read up. Okay, so watch this. Verse 7. And Judah's firstborn, was wicked in the sight of the Lord, and the Lord slew him. So the Lord recognized him as his own. And then Judah said unto Onan, go into thy brother's wife and marry her and raise up the seed to thy brother. Why do you ask him to do that? That's called the Levirate law, brother. Okay, so verse 9. And Onan knew that his seed should not be his, and came to pass when he went into his brother's wife, he spilled it on the ground. That's the Levirate law. Lest that he should give seed to his brother. Because in the Levirate law, Israelites, if a brother dies, it tell you that in Deuteronomy 25:5. So let me get that for you real fast.
I understand that, but you said it's a Levite law, it's a Levite law, like Israelites are the only one who follows the law.
Brother, this is for Israelites only.
I understand that, but you understand too. Just because they follow the Davidic law, that means they're Israelites.
I got it. All right, brother. No problem. I ain't arguing that shit. All right, so now let's go back to Matthew. Let's go where you got caught at. All right, because I see what we're doing now. So bloodline. We got a bloodline between every man in the most important book for a genealogy of Jesus. Got the genealogy, and it shows the bloodline for a bloodline connection from father to son with everybody. Brother, is there a bloodline connection in Matthew chapter 1 that shows Joseph and Jesus?
Well, I already told you I agree with that. That's why we moved away from it.
Okay, all right, so we're good. All right, so
I agree with that a long time ago.
All right, so that's all I want to really show you, because I said I don't even want 5 minutes of your time. I wanted to show you that the reason why I believe the Immaculate Conception, because literally it shows here that Jesus did not have a biological father.
Okay, let me ask you this. Do you believe that the Messiah and the Most High is both one and the same? Separate?
That'll be for a longer discussion. So I don't believe that. To answer your question real quickly, I don't believe they're one and the same.
I do.
Okay.
I do wholeheartedly.
Yeah, I have a my pastor is a Trinitarian. Now, I'm not saying I believe what he believes.
Oh, I don't believe in the Trinity. That's bullshit.
I'm
just saying the Messiah and the Most High.
Well, I wouldn't even, if you said that, I wouldn't even say you were wrong. I would say interesting, but I wouldn't call you wrong on that one. Yeah, I wouldn't call you wrong on that one. I'll just say interesting. But yeah, So
But a lot of things that you said, I do agree with. Don't get me wrong. I might seem a little argumentative,
no,
but
no,
I
no,
do
no. You're
agree with
good.
you.
You raised great questions, I guess. I have no problem with that. I would just like you took me off the subject a little bit.
That's because I thought we was finished with it. I
Well,
thought we had moved on because I already
like,
agreed
now,
with you.
I have no problem. Yeah. Okay. So you agree the virgin birth is true.
Right. I agree with that.
Oh,
Remember,
okay.
Samira said there's no way I could dispute it and
Okay. So
say that
what?
it was
All
otherwise.
right. So what you want to talk about now? Name anything.
Uh, we talked about just
All right. So let's get back on the last one then.
right.
With the heathen daughter and
Yeah.
okay. So you said that the Onan, I mean, yeah, Onan, and
Oh no.
sure.
Before you finish that, I did not say there wasn't Israelites. Don't
Okay.
say don't get that mixed up. I did not say that. All I said is just because they practice Leviticus law, don't make them Israelites.
So this is what this is what the law you read say. Okay, so the law, what you read, Deuteronomy 23 and 2, it doesn't say they're not Israelites, right?
You know, that's true. That is true. I'll give you that.
Yeah, it says they won't be part of a congregation. So that means that they gotta have kids, the kids, the kids, the kids to the 10th generation, and then the kids would be allowed in the
In the
congregation.
congregation.
Yeah,
Yes.
I have no problem with that.
Yeah, you're right.
But they can still show their father's house though. Like
Oh yeah, they can still show them. They can still show the Israelites.
they can say, brother is my dad.
Okay, so we come to agreement on that.
All right. So we had a discussion on about polygamy. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, like I told you, she's your cousin.
Yeah.
Okay, like I told your cousin, you know, I believe there's a time and a season for everything.
Right.
And in our current state, then it's not the time for us to be practicing polygamy because we can better take care of ourselves because we got to rely on the white man for every damn thing. So we can better take
I
care of
agree.
one woman. So how are we going to take care of many women when we got to have the white man take care of us?
Right. And another thing is like when they practice polygamy for the most part in the Bible, it was to populate, right?
Right.
There's enough of us here. We don't need more baby daddies. We don't need more deadbeat mom shaking her butt on Instagram. You dig? Like we have to straighten out what we have right now.
Exactly.
Right? We don't need more lawless people who won't come to the Father. We don't need
check this out. Now check this out. According to the scriptures, there will come a time when things gonna get so hectic, so chaotic, so catastrophic that it will be very necessary to practice polygamy because they say 7 women. Let me get that scripture.
Oh, you're talking about Isaiah 4:1. Yeah, I agree because the scripture was talking about Israel. It starts in chapter 3. It talks about Israel was behaving so unbecoming that the Lord started to chastise Israel, and it's to kill off the men. So now let me go there with you.
That's what the whole 2/3 thing is about. 2/3 of us is going to die. You do know that, right?
Right. Yeah. So I agree. So it was talking about 2/3 is going to die, and as a result, there's not going to be enough men
to go around.
Right. So 7 women got to take on one husband. Yeah. Okay. I'm with that one. Yeah, I'm with that one. 1 second.
I'm cool.
I'm trying to find out the scripture. Okay, so what do you?
Oh, by the way, what's your name?
My name's Swazi.
Swazi?
Yeah.
I'm Troy.
Nice to meet you, Troy.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, you will have a good conversation with my pastor. He subscribed to the Trinity. Yeah, you will have a. Let me see if he's available. I think you'll have a fun time with him on that one. Now, I'm not saying I agree with him. I'm just saying you'll have a fun time with him.
No, don't forget. I don't know as much about the scriptures as you guys. Like I said, I've only been doing this for about 6 years.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, but it seems like you know what you know though. At least you know what you know. Because when you quoted a law, I looked it up. The bastard child. It says incest, but it was more scriptures saying mixed child. So I'm like, okay.
But you got to consider what a mixed child is. Anything outside the bloodline.
Now, I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that. And maybe I mixed up what you were saying and what my mind was thinking. My mind was thinking that you were saying like outside of a tribe, but you were saying outside. What I mean is Judah and Levi and Zebulon. Like you were not saying that. I thought you were saying that. Okay, cool.
No. Yeah, I can see how to get it. That's kind of funny.
You know what? I'm gonna use that one.
What's that one?
Deuteronomy 23:2. Yeah, I'm gonna use that. By the way.
Yeah. This is good for the soul, right? I like this.
Yeah, but what got me interested was that lot verse that you quoted, and I'm gonna definitely look into that because that sounds like something that I could really use to help my
Don't forget, Ishmael was also blessed. He was an Israelite. He was extreme. He was blessed with 12 princesses.
Yeah, and with he said like to be like a mighty nation, something like that.
Yep. So you don't have to be an Israelite to be blessed. No. We was promised we was given the adoption, the promise, and the laws.
Right.
Now, blessings the Most High give blessings to anyone.
Yeah, you're right about that. Right. You can get blessings, but that don't mean you were the chosen.
Exactly.
Yeah. Right. Okay, that makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah.
I mean, don't forget about the Canaanite woman and the sick daughter. Her faith got her a blessing.
You know, that's interesting. I thought that too, and I said that before. That's interesting that that you picked that up. So in other words, you're more on my side than I thought.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, I thought you were with the other guys that do the chart stuff.
Oh no.
Because right off the bat, when you said the Esau and chart thing, I'm like, okay, he ain't who I thought he was.
No. Yeah, all you gotta do is look at my page much as I blast that damn chart.
Yeah, put your matter of fact, let me look you up now on Facebook. I'm gonna see you a friend request. Yeah, I'm gonna have you on more often. Let me see. Yeah, now you when you said the chart, I'm like, whoa, this guy ain't who I thought he was. So your name is, spell it again?
T-Pace?
Yeah. You said T-Pace?
You give me 1 second here.
Oh, Troy Pace?
Right.
I see you right now.
Got the lion?
Yeah.
Lion head, flaming lion head?
Fire? That's fire?
Yeah.
All right, I see that. Okay, all right. I'm gonna see your friend request right now.
All right.
I sent you a friend request.
Let's see.
And I'm gonna send you a note.
James Vincent?
Who?
James Vincent?
Nah.
That ain't you? Oh, here you are. Amara.
No.
Huh.
I sent you a note.
Oh, note. Okay. Let's see. General Shad.
Hell no.
You that ain't it. You who is? What the hell is going? I'm getting all kinds of crap here.
So go to your inbox and you're gonna see a note there.
All right. What the heck?
How the hell am I? You don't see it?
I'm getting this weird general chat thing.
All right, I can show you. It ain't me.
What the hell's going
Nah,
on?
I like you say your name is real simple on Facebook. It's no like crazy long Israelite name.
No,
Mine's the
it's
same
just
thing. Yeah, mine's the same thing. I got a simple name. There's nothing about that says Israelite.
okay. See, Jay, that's fine. Why am I not getting this shit? I'm not getting nothing from you.
All right, so when you look at inboxes, I'm not gonna be in a direct inbox because I'm not your friend. So I'm gonna be like in the backstage inboxes.
Okay, I don't even know how to do that work.
All right, hold on, let me see. So if you,
Well, let me send you out a friend request. See if that'll work.
all right, so look inside the chat.
I'm gonna look inside the chat right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you my link to my and just click it. All right, so click that link right there that I put in the chat.
It says inbox community. That's what I got.
No, look in the Zoom chat.
Zone chat.
Zoom chat.
Zoom chat. Okay,
Yeah.
Zoom.
So you
Oh
should
no,
see.
I'm looking on Facebook.
No, forget about that. Look in the Zoom chat. I sent you an inbox.
Well, actually, I gotta sign up for Zoom. This is the
No,
first
no,
time
no, no, no. You don't got to. If you look at if you go to the bottom, right? Just put your mouse toward the bottom. You're gonna see screen. You're gonna see mouse. You're gonna see start video. You see all that?
Screen. Okay, I see.
Do you see where it says more dot dot dot? Put your mouse at the bottom,
Okay, it's at the bottom.
and then you're gonna see where it says more.
I see leave, mute, stop video. Wait a minute. Maybe if I do this.
You see where it says more?
I don't see it more, no.
All right. Do you see?
What the heck? This
I
it shouldn't be this hard.
don't know. Okay. So the more should be next to where it says leave. So it's gonna say leave.
Okay, I see leave, but I don't see more.
Do you see dots?
Don't see any dots, just leave.
No, I'm saying okay. So at the bottom. Okay, so read everything at the bottom.
See from left to right, mute, stop video, participants, chat, share screen,
Wait,
record.
you said wait. You said it. You say chat, right?
Oh, chat. Okay.
Yeah, click that.
Okay, got you.
All right, now click that link.
Okay, Ron Harrison.
There you go.
All right. Confirm request.
Yeah. So now, if you look in there, I sent you a note.
Let's see. Okay. If I look inside your look inside the chat.
No. In the Facebook inbox, you're gonna see I sent you a note.
Shalom. This is Swazi.
There you go. That's me.
All right. Cool. Got you.
All right. Okay. So all right. Let me give me a little. Let me eat real quick, and when I get ready to get back on, I'm gonna inbox you. I'm gonna send you the Zoom thing.
All right. I'm gonna send you an invitation to my other page,
Okay.
my 12 Tribes Unite page.
All right. Copy that link and put it in the Facebook inbox.
All right.